Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station with the rubber match between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. The Red Sox are 3.5 games behind the first place Baltimore Orioles in a very tight American League as of June 12, 1966, retro date style. The Red Sox took Game 1, 3-2 on the heroics of Tony Colignero and Rico Petrocelli in the top of the ninth, and Ken Sanders closing it out in the bottom of the ninth. In Game 2, it was a slugfest. Home runs galore for both teams. The Orioles took Game 2, 11-7. And now, the rubber match. The deciding game of the series. And the Red Sox looking to pull back to within 2.5 of a very tightly contested, heated race for the American League East. Many teams are still in this race as of June 12th. So let's quickly go to the ball game. Memorial Stadium, 83 degrees, wind speed 10 miles per hour, in from left field. Be tough to hit one out to left. We'll see if the balls will go flying out like yesterday's game. Pitching for the Red Sox, Jose Santiago. He is getting the start in Game 3 of this series. Hopefully he can do a better job than gentleman Jim Lomborg did yesterday. He's made 8 starts and is 4-4 with an ERA of 3.67. Starting for the Baltimore Orioles, Steve Barber. He's made 10 starts and has a record of 5 wins, 2 losses, ERA of 3.07. Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson are both riding 17-game hitting streaks for the Baltimore Orioles. Once again, they are in fuego. So, as they say, let's play ball. Leading off for the Boston Red Sox, playing center field, Lenny Green. Batting second, playing third base, is Thomas. Batting third, playing right field, is Tony Colignero. Batting fourth, the first baseman, George Boomer Scott. Batting fifth, the catcher, Mike Ryan. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Carl Yastrzemski. Batting seventh, second baseman, George Smith. Batting 8th, shortstop Rico Petrocelli, and batting 9th and doing the pitching, Jose Santiago. For the Baltimore Orioles, batting first, shortstop Luis Aparicio. Batting second, center fielder Snyder. Batting third, right fielder Frank Robinson. Batting fourth, the human vacuum, the third baseman Brooks Robinson. Batting fifth at first base, Boog Powell. Batting sixth in left field, Belfry. Batting seventh, second baseman Davey Johnson. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Etchenberry. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Steve Barber. So Barber's on the mound, as we stated. In 1966, he had an ERA of 2.30. Walked 49, struck out 91. Batting average against 218, so he's going to be a tough lefty for the Red Sox to face. His battery mate, doing the catching, Andy Etchenberry, very solid defensive catcher, very good arm. At third base, outstanding Brooks Robinson. At shortstop, the otherworldly Luis Aparicio. Solid defensive second baseman, Davey Johnson. And Boog Powell rounds out the infield at first. Left field, Kurt Belfry, below average outfielder. Russ Snyder's in center field. And Frank Robinson's in right field. Solid outfielder with a good arm. So leading off is Lenny Green for the Red Sox. Lenny Green's on the retro season's hitting .240, no home runs, 10 RBIs. In 1966, he actually hit .241, 1 home run and 12 RBIs, and he hit left-handed pitching at a .500 clip. So Green will be swinging away. Barber delivers the pitch. And Green hits a shot to Johnson, goes to Powell, out number 1, 4-3. Now up, George Thomas, Red Sox third baseman, hitting .264 on the season, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .237, 5 home runs, and 20 RBIs. And off left-handed pitching, .266. George Thomas primarily is in the lineup against left-handed pitching or a pinch hitter. Righty-lefty matchup here. Thomas to swing away. Etchenberry flashes the sign. Here's the pitch by Barber. And he strikes. Thomas out. 2 down. They'll bring up Tony Colignero. On the retro replay season, hitting .299, 11 home runs, and 36 ribbies. In actuality, he hit .265, 28 home runs, and 93 RBIs. He hit .273 off left-handed pitching in 1966. Barber sets and delivers to Tony C. And Colignero hits it to Robinson. Over to Powell, inning over. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the first, and here come the Baltimore Orioles. On the mound for the Red Sox, Jose Santiago. His battery mate, Mike Ryan. Solid defensive catcher. Below average arm. At third base, utility guru George Thomas. Below average third baseman Rico Petrocelli's at short, below average shortstop. At second base, George Smith, average. And the best infielder of the lot for the Red Sox, George Boomer Scott. Very good first baseman. In left field, the excellent Carl Yastrzemski. He's out there for defensive purposes as he does not hit left-handed pitching at all in 1966. In center field, another good fielder, Lenny Green. Below average arm, though. And in right field, Tony C. Tony Colignero. He threw out 2 would-be Orioles scorers in last night's game. Very good arm, solid arm. Throws off quickly and accurately. Range-wise, he's average. All right, leading off for the Orioles, Luis Aparicio. He's hitting .300 in the retro season. 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. In actuality, he hit .276. 6 home runs and 41 RBIs, and off right-handed pitching, .270. Handles the bat well. The Red Sox will move their corners in. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. And he sends that ball out to Yastrzemski, who makes the catch in left field, 1 away. Now up, Russ Snyder. On the retro season, he's hitting an outstanding .324, no home runs, and 15 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .306, 3 home runs, 41 RBIs. He's hitting right-handed pitching at a .309 clip in 1966. Santiago sets and delivers to Snyder. Ground ball to Petrocelli, over to Scott, 2 away. Frank Robinson steps to the plate, currently has a 17-game hitting streak. He's hitting .330 on the retro season, 19 home runs, 46 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .316, 49 home runs, 122 RBIs, and he hit .321 off right-handed pitching. So we're going to go pitch-by-pitch mode here. We're going to go aggressive on the first pitch. Santiago delivers to Robinson. Strike 1. Fastball in there at the knees. We're going to go aggressive again. Grounded, foul to the left. 0-2 count. Here's the windup and the pitch to Robinson. We're going to try to get him to chase. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ryan flashes the sign. Santiago delivers the pitch. That ball's popped out to the third baseman. He makes the catch. Thomas makes the catch. Inning over. 1-2-3 go the O's. We go to the top of the second. No score. Leading off for the Red Sox, George Boomer Scott. .259 average on the retro season. 10 home runs, 24 RBIs. 1966, the Boomer hit .245, 27 homers, and 90 runs batted in. And .261 off left-handed pitching. Barber sets and delivers to the boomer. And that ball's grounded to Brooks Robinson, who goes over to Powell. Out number 1. Orioles fans applaud the effort there by the human vacuum cleaner at third base, Brooks Robinson. Now up, Red Sox catcher Mike Ryan, batting .259, no home runs, 7 ribbies in the retro season. Actuality, .214, 2 home runs, and 32 ribbies. He hit left-handed pitching in 1966 at a .264 clip. He will be swinging away. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And he strikes out Ryan for out number 2. So 2 outs. Carl Yastrzemski, left-handed batter, left fielder for the Red Sox, steps to the plate. Does not fare well against left-handed pitching in 1966. Currently, in the retro season, Yaz is hitting .262, 4 home runs, and 34 ribbies. In actuality, he hit .278, 16 home runs, and 80 RBIs. He only hit .187 off left-handed pitching in 1966. He will be taking. Barber delivers. Strike 1, Yaz to swing away. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. That ball's popped up. Etchenberry makes the catch. Inning over. So Yastrzemski pops out to the catcher. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. Leading off for the Orioles, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. He's also riding a 17-game hitting streak. On the retro season, he's hitting .297, 12 home runs, 44 ribbies. In actuality, .269 in 1966, 23 homers, and 100 RBIs. He hit right-handed pitching at a .280 clip. Santiago sets and delivers to Robinson. Grounded to Smith, over to Scott, 1 away. Boog Powell steps to the plate, power hitting first baseman for the Orioles, left-handed batter. Retro-wise, .337 average, 16 home runs, 36 runs batted in. Actuality, in 1966, .287 for the year, 34 home runs, and 109 RBIs. He hit right-handed pitching at a .309 clip. Santiago sets and delivers to Powell. And that ball is ripped to Scott, who makes a diving catch at first. 2 away. And now bring up the O's left fielder, Kurt Blefary. .299, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs on the retro replay. .255, 23 home runs and 64 RBIs in actuality in 1966. Red Sox would love to go 1-2-3 here. Blefary hit .269 off right-handed pitching. Left-handed batter steps into batter's box. Ryan goes through the sign. Santiago nods his head. He sets and delivers. That ball is blooped into left center field for a single. A 2-out single. Now bring up O's second baseman, Davey Johnson. Johnson was a player of the game yesterday. He's hitting .282, 2 home runs, and 29 RBIs on the retro replay of 1966. Actuality, .257 for the year, 7 home runs, 56 RBIs. Blafary's at first, not a threat to steal. Johnson hit .244 off right-handed pitching. Santiago sets and delivers. Ground ball to Smith. He goes the short way to Petrocelli. Inning over. We go to the top of the third. Still no score here at Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the Red Sox, their second baseman, George Smith. Batting .202 on the retro season. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. In 1966, he hit .213, 8 home runs, 37 RBIs. And .230 off left-handed pitching. Smith will take. Barber delivers. Ball 1. Smith will take again. 1-1 count. Smith will swing away. The windup and the pitch by Barber. Grounded to Powell, who flips it over to Barber, covering the bag. Out number 1. They'll bring up the 8th place hitter, for the Red Sox, shortstop Rico Petrocelli, who also struggles with left-handed pitching. Currently hitting .257 in the retro replay, 4 home runs and 26 RBIs. He had the game-winning homer in Game 1 in the top of the 9th for the Red Sox. In actuality, in 1966, Rico hit .238, 18 homers, and 59 RBIs. He only batted .167 against left-handed pitching in 1966. We're going to let him swing away. Barber sets and delivers to Petrocelli. Petrocelli grounds it to Powell, who flips once again to Barber, covering the bag. Out number 2. Up to the plate steps the Red Sox pitcher, Jose Santiago. Not a bad hitting pitcher. We use him in pinch hitting situations every once in a while. Santiago in the retro replay hitting .130. No homers and 1 RBI. In actuality, hit .196. No homers and 1 RBI. Santiago will be swinging away. Barber sets and delivers to Jose. And Jose grounds that ball right back up the middle. 2-out single. Not a threat to run. Santiago speed 4 out of 10. And brings up the top of the order, Lenny Green. 0 for 1 today. Grounded to second. 66, he hit left-handed pitching at a 500 clip. Let's see if he can get some of that magic right now. Barber sets and delivers to Green. Green nubs it to Aparicio, who goes to first, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, still no score here between the Red Sox and the Orioles at Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the O's, their catcher Andy Etchenbarren, hitting .211 on the retro replay, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. In actuality, .221, 11 home runs, and 50 RBIs. And off right-handed pitching, he struggled in 1966, only a .198 average. Santiago sets and delivers. We're going to go aggressive here. And he strikes out Etchenbarren. 1 away. He got him looking on the 1-2 count. Up steps the pitcher, Steve Barber. Left-handed batter. The windup and the pitch by Santiago. And he strikes Barber out. 2 consecutive strikeouts for the O's 8th and 9th place batters. Top of the order, Luis Aparicio. He's going to be a little tougher to get out than Etchenbarren and Barber. Aparicio 0 for 1 today. Fly to left center. Very dangerous with the bat. Good hit and run guy, excellent bunter. The Red Sox will move their corners in. Corners are in. Short and second at normal depth. Here's the windup and the pitch to Aparicio. And that's to Petrocelli, who throws over to first. Inning over. So Aparicio grounds out to short. We go to the top of the 4th. Still no score. Leading off for the Red Sox, third baseman George Thomas, 0 for 1. Thomas struck out in the 1st. Barber sets and delivers. Thomas sends that ball to Davy Johnson. Over to Powell, out number 1. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Tony Colignero steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded to 3rd. Etchenbarren goes through the side. Barber nods his head. He sets and delivers to Colignero. And Colignero sends that ball out to center field. But Snyder makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 outs, no one on, no score. George Boomer Scott, the Red Sox first baseman, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Scott grounded to 3rd in the 2nd. He'd love to take Barber over the fence and give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. Here's the pitch from the lefty Barber to Scott. And Scott grounds that ball into left field for a 2-out single. Mike Ryan steps to the plate, the Red Sox catcher, 0 for 1. Scott, running ability, 5 out of 10. Stealing, 22% chance of making it. He'll be staying put. Ryan struck out in the 2nd. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And Ryan works himself a walk. So with 2 outs, Red Sox have runners at 1st and 2nd. The Boomers at 2nd. Mike Ryan is at 1st. And brings up captain Carl Yastrzemski. Yaz is 0 for 1 and he struggles mightily in 1966 against left-handed pitching. Yastrzemski popped to the catcher in the second inning. Yaz will be taking. Barber sets and delivers. Ball 1. Yaz to swing away. Here's the windup and the pitch. And Yastrzemski hits that back to the pitcher, who throws him out at first. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the fourth. No score. As the Baltimore fans trying to rev up their hometown team. Leading off for the Orioles, their center fielder, Russ Snyder, 0 for 1. Grounded to short. Snyder hit .309 off right-handed pitching in 66. Lefty-righty matchup here. Snyder being the lefty, Santiago being the righty. The windup and the pitch to Snyder. That's a grounder to Smith. Goes over to Scott. One away. The dangerous Frank Robinson steps to plate, riding a 17-game hitting streak. 0 for 1. Popped to third in the first inning. We're going to go pitch-by-pitch mode. The windup and the pitch by Santiago. Ball 1. We're going to go pitch around. Let's see if we can get Robinson to chase. Strike. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're going to go aggressive. That ball's popped up. Ryan goes back, but it's out of play. Up on the street. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to go aggressive again. 2-2 count. That was down and tight for ball 2. Robinson rubs some dirt on his hands, gets back in the batter's box. Santiago sets and delivers. Ball 3, 3-2 count. 1 out, no one on. Full count to Robinson. Here's the windup and the pitch by Santiago. That ball's popped up. Ryan once again goes back, but can't make the catch up on the screen. So we'll do it again. Count is full. Here's the windup and the pitch to Frank Robinson. We went aggressive there, and that ball is deep and foul. Thank God. We won't do that again. So we hit the reset button. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Robinson looking to grip and rip. Santiago with other ideas. The windup and the pitch to Frank Robinson. And he walks him. So that was quite a battle there, and Robinson earned himself a walk. So he's at first base. 51% chance of stealing second. 5 out of 10 base running. And now, the third baseman for the O's, Brooks Robinson, who's also riding a 17-game hitting streak, steps to the plate. Red Sox would love to turn 2 here. Robinson 0 for 1. Brooks, that is. He grounded to second in the second. Here's the windup and the pitch to Robinson. And that ball sent out to Calignera in right. He comes in and makes the catch. For out number 2, Frank Robinson retreats back to first base. Red Sox still aren't out of jeopardy here. The dangerous power-hitting Boog Powell, the O's left-handed batting first baseman, steps to the plate. Powell 0 for 1 today. Line to first. Scott robbed him of a hit. Made an excellent play. Santiago gets the sign from Ryan. He sets and delivers to Powell. And that ball is ripped into right field for a 2-out single. Robinson goes first to third as he was off on contact. So Frank Robinson 90 feet away from giving the Birds a 1-0 lead. And it'll be up to Kurt Belfry to keep this inning going. The O's left fielder, he's 1 for 1 today. Singled in the second. .269 hitter off right-handed pitching in 1966. Santiago throws over to first. Powell's back. Wanted to see if there's some sort of play on. No play. 2 outs. Birds on the corner. Here's the windup and the pitch to Belfry. And he struck him out! Clutch pitching by Jose Santiago to get himself out of the jam. We go to the top of the 5th. Still scoreless here at Memorial Stadium. Leading off for the Red Sox, their second baseman, George Smith, 0 for 1. Grounded to first in the third. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And that's nubbed back to the pitcher. He throws over to Powell, 1 away. Nico Petrocelli steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Grounded to first in the third. He'll be taking. Barber delivers. Ball 1. Petro to take again. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Petrocelli is going to look to grip and rip on this pitch. And he strikes out! So Barber battles back from a 2-ball, no strike count to get Petrocelli on a fastball that froze him on the inside corner. He struck him out on the 2-2 count. So 2 outs. Red Sox pitcher Jose Santiago steps to plate. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a single right up the middle. The windup and the pitch. Strike 1. Santiago is taking. That ball was at the knees. Fastball. Etchenberry goes through the signs. Barber sets and delivers to Santiago. And he strikes him out. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless here. Leading off for the Baltimore Orioles, Davey Johnson 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second. Santiago nods his head. Here's the windup and the pitch to Johnson. That ball's grounded. Petrocelli makes a diving play, gets up and throws Johnson out. Excellent play by the Red Sox shortstop. 1 away. Now up, the O's catcher Andy Etchenberry, 0 for 1. Santiago gets a sign from Ryan, nods his head, the windup and the pitch. And Etchenberry works himself a walk on the 3-2 count. Go ahead and run at first, 1 away. Etchenberry's 5 out of 10 for speed, but only a 20% chance of stealing second base. Barber comes to the plate, and he's a 10 out of 10 bunter. So the Red Sox will move their corners in. Here's the pitch. We're going to go aggressive by Santiago. It's a bunt. They go to first. Out number 2, Etchenberry advances to second base. So with 2 outs, it'll be up to the leadoff hitter, Luis Aparicio. The O's shortstop 0 for 2 today. Fly to left center in the first, grounded to short in the third. We're going to go pitch by pitch mode here. Santiago delivers an aggressive pitch. Ball 1. The umpire says no swing. Santiago not happy with that call. Ryan has a little discussion behind the plate with the umpire. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch around. Strike! Gets Aparicio to expand the strike zone. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count. Once again, the windup and the pitch by Santiago. Ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. Etchenberry at second, 2 away. He represents the first run of the game here. We're going to go aggressive. Santiago sets and delivers to Aparicio. And that ball is gone! He turned on that pitch, 2-0 Baltimore. Wow! Crushed that pitch. Santiago challenged him, and he lost. So it's 2-0 O's here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. And now, Russ Snyder, Baltimore center fielder, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Santiago has to get that out of his mind right now. Has to keep the Red Sox in the game. Here's the windup and the pitch to Snyder. And that ball goes out to Calignier and right. He makes the catch, inning over. Damage done, though. They challenge Aparicio with 2 outs and a runner at second. He promptly hit a home run to left. We go to the top of the 6th. Baltimore 2, Boston nothing. Leading off for the Red Sox, Lenny Green. He's 0 for 2 today. Barber sets and delivers. And Green works himself a walk. Tying run steps to the plate for the Red Sox, George Thomas, third baseman. He's 0 for 2. Green, 4 out of 10 base runner. Only 15% chance of stealing second base. Thomas is a 4 hit and run. You know what? We're going to roll the dice, play a little hit and run here. Barber delivers the pitch. They throw over to first, though. Green gets back. We're going to still stick with that hit and run. The windup and the pitch to Thomas. It's a swing and a miss, but Green steals second base. So Green's at second base. The count to Thomas now is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thomas with an RBI opportunity here. Red Sox would love to get 1 back, possibly 2 if Thomas can deposit this ball into the stands. Etchenberry goes through the sign. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And Thomas works himself a walk. Barber in a little bit of trouble here. First two batters walking, no outs. Green's at second. Thomas at first. 4 out of 10 base runner when it comes to speed. Tony Calignero, one swing of the bat, would put the Red Sox ahead 3-2. He's 0 for 2 today. He'll be swinging away. The windup and the pitch to Tony C. And Calignero sends that ball out to left. Belfry makes the catch. The runners retreat back to their bags. 1 away. So George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Grounded out in the second and singled in the fourth. Green at second, Thomas at first. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And Scott rips that ball in the left field. We have a 71% chance of scoring. Green, we're going to send him home. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he's gunned out by Blakefery. Wow! So Blakefery, with a weak throwing arm, gets the ball off quickly and accurately, and Green is gunned out at the plate. It's still 2-0. Now there's 2 outs. Ryan steps to the plate, the Red Sox catcher, trying to get something done here. Wow, the Red Sox had a 71% chance of success there and a 29% chance of failure, and they got failure. Belfry, the arm of 3 out of 10, gets the ball off quickly and accurately and guns out. Green going to the plate, who's 4 out of 10 for speed. So it's up to Mike Ryan. Barber sets and delivers. Wild pitch, runners advance. So now with 2 balls and 1 strike, we have runners at second and third. Scott's at second. Thomas is at third. Base hit most likely will tie this game up as the runners will be off on contact. The windup and the pitch to Mike Ryan. Ryan sends that ball up the middle. That's a 2-out, 2-run single. This game is tied up at 2. Clutch hit by Mike Ryan, the Red Sox catcher. Now bring up Carl Yastrzemski. He's 0 for 2 today. Ryan, 5 out of 10 speed, 18% chance of stealing second base. He'll stay put. How big is that runner being thrown out at the plate by Blakefery for the Orioles now? So it's a 2-2 game. Yastrzemski against Barber. Lefty-lefty matchup. Yaz, not too good with lefty-lefty matchup at 66, but we're going to let him swing away. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And that ball's grounded to Johnson, over to Powell, inning over. But the Red Sox score 2 with 2 outs. And we go to the bottom of the 6th in a 2-2 ball game. Santiago has thrown 95 pitches. His threshold is 125, so he's still strong. What a series this has been. Frank Robinson steps to the plate. He's looking to extend his hit streak from 17 to 18 games. 0 for 1 today. Popped out in the first and walked in the fourth. Santiago sets and delivers to Robinson. And that ball is a single into left field as it drops in front of Yastrzemski. So a leadoff single for Frank Robinson. And now Brooks Robinson comes to plate. He's 0 for 2. He's also looking to extend his 17-game hitting streak. Robinson, 5 out of 10 for speed. 54% chance of stealing second base. Santiago will throw over to first. Robinson's back. Red Sox look to turn 2. Here's the windup and the pitch to Brooks Robinson. And that ball is singled into left field. So back-to-back singles in the left field. The O's are in business here. Robinson at second and a Robinson at first. And a Powell at the plate. Boot Powell 1 for 2 today. Lined out in the second inning and singled in the fourth. We're going to go pitch-by-pitch mode. Santiago sets and delivers. We're going to go aggressive. That ball's popped up. Ryan going back, but he can't make the catch. It's up on the screen. So no balls, 1 strike. We're going to pitch around. Strike 2 call. Santiago hits the black. So no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch around again. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're going to go pitch. And that is off the wall for a double in right center field. The O's regain the lead 3-2 as Frank Robinson scores on the Boot Powell double. Brooks Robinson goes to third. There are no outs. Runners at second and third. Blafary steps to the plate. Kurt Blafary threw out Lenny Green in the top of this inning. That was a huge play for the Orioles because the Red Sox went on to score 2 runs at the time and tie the game. But now runners at second and third, no outs. Belfry at the plate, 1 for 2 today. Singled in the second, struck out in the fourth. And the Red Sox, who's up after him? Johnson. The Red Sox are going to move their infield in. So the infield's in. Here's the pitch to Blafary. Runners at second and third for the O's. And O's still have runners at second and third. Now Davy Johnson steps to the plate. Johnson 0 for 2 today. He's looking to drive in a couple of runs here. Etchenbaron's on deck, the catcher. And we're going to intentionally walk Davy Johnson to face Etchenbaron, the catcher. He's only hitting .210 on the retro replay season, and only .198 in actuality against right-handed pitching. So the Red Sox are going to look to try to turn 2 here. Here's the windup and the pitch to Etchenbaron. We're going to go aggressive, and he struck him out! So there's 2 outs now. Base is still loaded. Santiago will now face Barber. I'm wondering if the O's will come with a pinch hitter. So let's just go at-bat mode, pitch by pitch. No place to put Barber. Here's the windup and the pitch to Barber. Ball 1. Oof. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That ball goes out to Calignari. He makes the catch, inning over, so the Red Sox limit the damage to 1 run. But the O's take the lead right back as we go to the top of the 7th. Boston 2, Baltimore 3. Steve Barber is up to 95 pitches now. His threshold is 130, so he's still pretty strong here. Leading off for the Red Sox, second baseman George Smith. He's 0 for 2. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch to Smith. He strikes out. 1 away. Rico Petrocelli steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2. He'll take. Here's a pitch by Barber. Strike 1. He'll take again. Ball 1. 1-1 count to Rico Petrocelli. Rico looking to grip and rip. Here's the pitch. And that ball is lined foul to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch by Barber. And Petrocelli walks. So a 1-out walk. Santiago comes to the plate. And he has thrown 121 pitches. We're going to go pinch hitter here. And against lefties, who do we have here? Well, we're going to go Earl Wilson. Earl Wilson, our pitcher extraordinaire, will come in to pinch hit. He hit .250 in actuality in 1966. He's had some clutch pitch hits for the Red Sox. Let's see if we can do it again. He's our best pinch hitter off the bench. Petrocelli's at first. He represents a tying run with 1 out. We have a righty-lefty matchup here. Wilson, the right-handed batter, against the left-handed Steve Barber. Wilson will swing away. Here's the windup and the pitch by Barber. And that ball is sent out to right field, but foul. So no balls, 2 strikes on Wilson. Petrocelli at first, 4 out of 10 base running. 17% chance of stealing second. Here's the pitch to Wilson. Wilson sends that ball up the middle, and we will hold Petrocelli at second, so Wilson gets another pinch hit single. Tying run is now at second. Go-ahead run in Wilson's at first. Both runners are 4 out of 10 when it comes to speed, and Lenny Green steps to the plate. He can make amends for being thrown out at the plate in the top of the 6th. Green's 0 for 2 today. Grounded out in the 2nd, grounded out in the 3rd, and walked in the 6th. Barber's up to 108 pitches. Green will swing away. Here's the windup and the pitch. And Green sends that ball to Brooks Robinson. The O's turn 2-inning over. Threat ended. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Orioles clinging to a 3-2 lead. Let's go to our roster. We're going to let Wilson pitch. Hit okay. So Earl Wilson's now on the mound. He's good for 20 pitches. He'll face the top of the Baltimore order, Luis Aparicio, Snyder, and Robinson. That's Frank Robinson. Aparicio 1 for 3. He hit a 2-run homer in the 5th to give Baltimore a 2-0 lead at the time. Red Sox would tie it up in the top of the 6th, but give it away again in the bottom of the 6th. And we stand right now at 3-2 Baltimore. Wilson sets and delivers to Aparicio. And that ball's popped up. Petrocelli calls for it. He makes the catch, 1 away. Russ Snyder, the O's center fielder, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Wilson sets and delivers to Snyder. Ground ball to second, over to first, out number 2. So that went Smith to Scott. So with 2 outs, Frank Robinson has extended his hitting streak to 18 games as he singled his last time up. 1 for 2. Wilson sets and delivers to Frank Robinson. Grounder into left field. That's another hit for Frank Robinson. A 2-out single. 64% chance of stealing second base. 5 out of 10 speed. And that brings up Brooks Robinson, who also extended his hitting streak last inning to 18 games, as he also singled in the left field in the 6th. So 2 outs. Robinson at first. Brooks Robinson at the plate. Earl Wilson on the mound. Bryant flashes the sign. Here's the pitch by Wilson. And that's grounded into right field. Frank Robinson goes first to third. 2 outs. O's on the corner, and the dangerous left-handed batting Booth Powell steps to the plate. He's 2 for 3 today. Lined out in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and doubled, knocking in the go-ahead run in the 6th. And that's going to be it for Earl Wilson. They're going to go to Ken Sanders. Or, nope, they're going to go with Don McMahon. So McMahon will be coming in to pitch. He'll replace Wilson. Runners on the corner. It's going to be up to McMahon to keep this game at a 1-run deficit for the Red Sox. Here's the windup and the pitch to Powell. Runners at the corners. That ball sent out to Clinton. Yeah, he makes a fine leaping catch against the wall. Threat averted. Wow, nice play by Tony C. We go to the top of the 8th. Baltimore leading the Red Sox 3-2. Barber's still on the mound. He's thrown 111 pitches. His threshold's 130. Leading off for the Red Sox, third baseman George Thomas. He's 0 for 2 today. Barber sets and delivers. Thomas to take. Ball 1. He'll take again. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas to swing away. And that ball's grounded into right field. And a new pitcher comes in for the Orioles, Eddie Fisher. Fisher, in 1966, had an ERA of 2.64, 5 wins, 3 losses, and 13 saves. Struck out 39, walked 19, batting average against .226. So the tying runs at first base, and Tony Colignero. It's going to be a righty-righty matchup here. So Colignero, once again off right-handed pitching at .263 in 1966. Tony C. 0 for 3 today. Thomas 4 out of 10 base running, speed, if you want to put it that way, and only a 16% chance of stealing second base. Tony C. will swing away. Fisher delivers. And Colignero rips that ball foul to the left. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 count. Deuce is wild here. Thomas at first. The windup and the pitch by Fisher. And Calignero sends that ball out to the left. It's off the wall! And scoring all the way from first is Thomas, and Calignero legs out a triple. This ball game's tied up. Another clutch hit by Tony C. 3-3 here in the top of the 8th. No outs. Go-ahead run at third base, and Tony Calignero, wow, that ball just kept carrying. Held couldn't get there in time. He's come in as a defensive replacement. 7 out of 10 rain, defense, and a 5 out of 10 R. George Boomer Scott steps to the plate to give the Red Sox a lead here in the top of the 8th. He's 2 for 3. Grounded out in the 3rd, singled in the 4th, and singled in the 6th. Scott will swing away, like to get something deep in the air at least for Calignero to score. So Calignero, running-wise, is 5 out of 10. The windup and the pitch by Fisher. And Scott singles in the right center. The Red Sox take the lead 4-3. What a ball game. Back and forth it goes. Now up Mike Ryan. He's 1 for 2 today. And his one hit was a clutch single up the middle with 2 outs to tie this ball game up in the 6th. But Mike Ryan does not fare well against right-handed pitching. We're going to go to a pinch hitter. And we're going to go to Bob Tillman, our other catcher, who hits righties much better. So Tillman comes off the bench to pinch hit. Tillman on the retro season hitting .315, 3 home runs and 21 RBIs. He hit right-handed pitching in 1966 at a .247 clip. In actuality, for the year, he hit .230, 3 home runs and 24 RBIs. Scott's at first, 5 out of 10 speed or base running ability. 22% chance of stealing second base. Tillman's only a 2 out of 10 bunter, if that's what you're thinking. We're not bunting here. We might go hit and run, though. We might go hit and run. Tillman will take. Here's the pitch by Fisher. Ball 1. Tillman to take again. Strike 1. 1-1 count. We're going hit and run here. The windup and the pitch to Tillman. He puts the ball into play. Fisher, the pitcher gets it, throws to first, but we stay out of the double play as Scott advances to second, so that works just like a sacrifice. And now we get a matchup that we want here. Carl Yastrzemski, a left-handed batter, with .301 against right-handed pitching in 1966, versus Eddie Fisher, the right-handed pitcher, who against lefties gave up a .237 batting average. So Yastrzemski will be swinging away. Red Sox lead 4-3. Big insurance run on second in George Boomer Scott. The windup and the pitch by Fisher. But they won't deal with it. They intentionally walk Yastrzemski to get the Smith, George Smith that is, the Red Sox second baseman. And now what we're going to do is we're going to counter this with Joe Foy. We're going to go Joe Foy here, as he hit .267 off right-handed pitching. So Joe Foy will come in to pinch hit. No longer has a day off. Foy's in there to pinch hit. 1 out. Scott at second, Yastrzemski at first. Red Sox lead 4-3. Foy will be swinging away. The windup and the pitch by Fisher. And Foy sends it to Aparicio. It's going to be a double play, inning over. Oh, so Foy couldn't get the job done. Wow. But the Red Sox score 2 and take the lead 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 8th in this back and forth game between 2 of the top teams in the American League in 1966 so far, the Boston Red Sox and Baltimore Orioles. So now we need a new catcher, which is going to be Tillman. And we need a second baseman. Can Thomas play second base? No, he can't. Can Joe Foy play second base? I do not believe so. Alright, so I know what we're going to do. We're going to cancel this, because I'm going to end up putting Foy at third base. So let's go to our roster so I don't mess this up. So we're going to put Foy at third base. And we're going to bring Dalton Jones in to play second base. Yes. And he'll play second base. Alright. So, defensively now, we have Tillman behind the plate. He's an average catcher with a poor arm. That could be troublesome, but... At second base, we have Dalton Jones. He's also an average second baseman. Joe Foy, below average third baseman, comes in the game. He banged into the double play off the bench. He came in to pinch hit to end the top of the eighth when the Red Sox scored 2 and took the lead. So we go to the bottom of the eighth. Don McMahon is still on the mound. Pitched the Red Sox out of a jam when Calignero made a wonderful running catch up against the wall in right center in the bottom of the seventh. He'll be facing Woody Held. On the retro season, he's mostly a defensive replacement for the Orioles. He's only hitting .088, no home runs, 1 RBI. He only hit .207 in 1966, 1 home run, 7 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Held. Oh, that's all. You don't want to do that. You don't want to walk that runner. Wow, that batter. Jeez Louise. Paul Blair now steps, is now the pinch runner. 7 out of 10 base running at speed. 20% chance of stealing second base. Wow, come on, McMahon. Davey Johnson steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. And you know what? That's going to be it for McMahon. We're going to go to the Colonel, Ken Sanders. So Ken Sanders comes in the game. In 1966, he had an ERA of 3.80. 3 wins, 6 losses, 2 saves. Struck out 33, walked 28, average against .213. In the retro season, his ERA is 4.60, 3 wins, 1 loss, and he has 9 saves. He struck out 29, walked 14, average against .218. Against right-handed batters, in 1966, righties only hit .182 off of him. So the Red Sox would love to turn 2 here. Sanders sets and delivers. And he strikes out Davey Johnson for out number 1. Now stepping to the plate, Andy Etchenberry, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 today. Blair's at first. Excellent speed and base running ability. Sanders sets and delivers. That ball is off the wall in left field. Yastrzemski gets to it, fires it back in. Etchenberry doubles. So now the tying runs at third. The go-ahead runs at second. Eddie Fisher steps to the plate, but I doubt they're going to let him hit, the pitcher. We're going to see a pinch hitter here. Let's click on at-bat mode. So, wow. The Red Sox will play their infield in, just in case. Here's the pitch. That ball goes out to Yastrzemski. Wow, they let Fisher swing away. Holy moly, they're down a run. Alright, so we're going to get out of pitch mode. We're going to go 1-pitch mode. Blair's at third, Etchenberry at second. He's the go-ahead run at second. Fisher, the pitcher, at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Sanders delivers. Grounder to third. Foy to Scott. 2 outs. Runners don't go anywhere. And now Luis Aparicio steps to the plate. The Red Sox are 1 out away of getting out of a tremendous jam here and maintaining the lead, but they're going to have to get through Luis Aparicio first. He's 1 for 4 today. Fly to left center in the first. Grounded to short in the third. Hit a 2-run homer in the 5th to give Baltimore a 2-0 lead at the time, and popped out to Petrocelli in the 7th. The windup and the pitch by Sanders. That ball sent out to center field. Making the catch is Green. Inning over. Sanders pitches out of the jam. We go to the top of the ninth. The Red Sox maintain a 4-3 lead. Eddie Fisher comes back on the mound for the O's, and he'll face Rico Petrocelli, who's 0 for 2. Wow, some tense moments there for both teams in the bottom of the 8th, and it worked out well for the Red Sox. Petrocelli 0 for 2. Fisher winds and delivers. Petrocelli hit the ball hard back at Fisher, and it's going to be an error on the pitcher. Petrocelli reaches. Ken Sanders steps to the plate, and he's staying in this ball game, folks. We're not pinch hitting for Ken Sanders, that's for sure. And Sanders will be taking. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Sanders will try to put a bunt down now. No balls. One strike. Sacrifice bunt. Sanders puts the bunt down. It's a good one. Petrocelli advances to second. Big insurance run there. They throw Sanders out at first. And now Lenny Green, who made a fine running catch in left center to end the bottom of the seventh, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3, Green is. Green does not hit right-handed pitching well, but he's much better defensively. Big decision here. Do we take Green out, who covers a lot of ground, to try to get another run? The Orioles have coming up Snyder, Robinson, and Robinson, part of their order. Green only hit .237 off right-handed pitching. Do we want to go to Jim Gosger, who's been outstanding this year for the Red Sox, will be traded away tomorrow due to historical transactions. That's where we're playing the game. As a center fielder, Gosger is a 5, so he's average. We're going to go with Gosger. We want the extra run, so Gosger's going to come in and pinch hit for Green. Lefty-righty matchup here. Gosger on the retro season's hitting .315, 7 home runs, and 24 RBIs. In actuality, he hit .254, 5 home runs, and 17 RBIs. As I stated, he's going to be traded tomorrow in the retro world of 1966 Boston Red Sox. We're playing with historical transactions. So this will probably be Gosger's last at-bat as a Red Sox, unbeknownst to him. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by Fisher. And Gosger grounds it to Johnson. Petrocelli advances to third, 2 away. So it will be up to Dalton Jones knocking an insurance run. Petrocelli's at third. Dalton Jones hitting .216 on the retro season, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. First at-bat. I believe it's his first at-bat. Yes, it is. Came in for defensive purposes after all the switching in the top of the 8th. In actuality, he hit .234. 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, and .236 off right-handed pitching. Fisher delivers to Jones. And Jones grounds it to Aparicio. It's an error! It's an error, but Petrocelli does not score! Why was he not going with 2 outs? That's mind-numbing. Mind-numbing. There's 2 outs. Why is he not going? Wow, horrible base running there by Rico Petrocelli and a third base coach. Dreadful. That was an important insurance run. There's 2 outs. You're going on contact. So Dalton Jones at first, he reaches on a very rare Luis Aparicio error, as he's a 10 out of 10 fielder. It's up to Tony Caligiero. 1 for 4. Tony C had that big triple to tie the game up in the 8th. Here's the windup and the pitch by Fisher. And Caligiero, lines are shot, but Aparicio's there to catch it. We go to the bottom of 9th. Oh, man, did the Red Sox blow an opportunity there. An error by Aparicio. Petrocelli needed to score from third base. Why he stayed at third with 2 outs is beyond me. That's a major faux pas. So Gosger will take over in center field. And it's up to Ken Snyder now to get these last 3 outs and maintain a Red Sox victory here, hopefully. Sanders 16 out of 55 pitches. He'll face Snyder. Snyder 0 for 4. Left-handed batting center fielder for the O's. Sanders sets and delivers. Ground ball to Petrocelli, over to Scott, 1 away. And now Sanders has to go through Frank Robinson and then Brooks Robinson. Both have extended their hitting streaks to 18 games today. Frank is 2 for 3. Popped out in the 3rd, walked in the 4th, singled in the 6th and 7th. Tillman flashes the sign, the windup and the pitch by Sanders. And that ball is gone! Home run! Oh, Frank Robinson just crushed the ball to left and has tied this ball game at 4. And how important was Petrocelli now not scoring from third base on a ground ball to short with 2 outs on the error by Aparicio? That's mind-numbing. So Sanders has to block this out of his mind now and get these next 2 outs to force this game to extra innings. Brooks Robinson steps to the plate. He's 2 for 4. Grounded out to second in the second. Flew out to right in the 4th. Singled in the 6th. And singled in the 7th. Hopefully he doesn't homer in the bottom of the 9th like Frank Robinson. Sanders sets and delivers to Brooks. Popped up. Dalton Jones calls for it. He makes the catch 2 away. Red Sox are not out of the frying pan yet. Power hitting first baseman Boop Powell steps to the plate. 2 for 4 today. Left-handed power hitter. Lined out in the 2nd. Lined out in the 4th. Doubled in the 6th. Putting the Orioles ahead at the time, 3-2. I'm sorry, singled in the 4th. And then fly deep to right center in the 7th. Sanders sets and delivers. That ball sent out to Caligari on right. He makes the catch, and we're going to extra innings. 4-4. Eddie Fisher still on the mound. 44 out of 50 pitches, so he's going to be coming to an end soon. George Boomer Scott steps to plate. He's 3 for 4 today, having himself quite a game. Fisher delivers to Scott, and Scott sends that ball out to center field. Snyder comes in and makes the catch, out number 1, to the applauding Oriole faithful. Bob Tillman steps to the plate. Red Sox catcher, 0 for 1. He'll be taking. Here's the pitch by Fisher. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. Tillman to swing away. And that ball is up the middle. Aparicio makes a diving stop and throws Tillman out. Wow. 2 outs, and now they've made a pitching change. The Orioles have come in with Stu Miller, right-handed pitcher. In 1966, he had an ERA of 2.25, 9 wins, 4 losses, 18 saves. Batting average against, 201. In the retro season, his ERA is 6. 3 wins, 6 losses, 4 saves. Struck out 33, walked 13 in the retro season. Batting average of 227 against. Carly Yastrzemski steps to the plate. They need a big hit from Yaz here. He's 0 for 3. 2 outs, no one on. Miller sets and delivers to Yastrzemski. And Yastrzemski nubs it to Aparicio. And that's it. Out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 10th, tied up at 4. Sanders still on the mound here. He also is going to be traded tomorrow, so he's 31 out of 55 pitches so far. He'll stay at the plate, on the mound, and he'll face, for the first time in this game, Paul Blair. Blair's hitting .322 in the retro replay, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. 7 out of 10 bunter. Red Sox have to respect that. They're going to bring their corners in. The windup and the pitch by Sanders. That ball is off the wall and left center. It's a triple for Blair. Wow. The winning run is now at third base, and once again going back to Petrocelli not scoring from third with 2 outs on an error by the shortstop. Mind-numbing. Rico's going to hear it from everyone when he gets at the end of this game by the reporters. So Davy Johnson steps to the plate, 0 for 3. The Red Sox bring their infield in. And they'll have to bring their outfield in. They'll have to be able to throw out Blair, who's very fast at third base. Here's the windup and the pitch to Johnson. He can win the game here. And that's a ground ball to Petrocelli, who throws Johnson out at first. 1 away. Blair still at third. Now it's Andy Etchenberry. He had a huge hit late in the game here. Let's just quickly, he's 1 for 3. Let's go back. It was in the 8th inning. He doubled off the wall. That sent Blair to third. Well, the Red Sox end up pitching out of that, I believe. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. 4-4 here in the bottom of the 10th. 1 away. Paul Blair, the winning run at third base. Etchenberry, the Orioles catcher, at the plate. Red Sox bring their infield in. Red Sox bring their outfield in. Here's the windup and the pitch by Sanders. And he hits Etchenberry. Really, Ken? Really? So Sanders is now at 43 pitches. Decisions here. You know Stu Miller's not going to hit. But because I don't know what they're going to do until I hit the pitch button, I actually have to bring my infield in. Infield in. They're not going to try to turn two, though. They probably had a good shot at doing it, but they're going to come with a pinch hitter. We got to move our outfield in. I'm going to hit pitch. And there's the pinch hitter. Okay. So now they've gone to the pinch hitter, Bob Johnson. And he's hitting .310 in this retro season. And he does have a pinch hit in this series. In actuality, Bob Johnson hit .217, 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Well, infield in, outfield in. Paul Blair, the winning run at third. Etchenberry doesn't matter at first. We're not going to play for two. We got to cut this run down at the plate. Sanders sets and delivers to Johnson. And he strikes him out! 2 outs! Runner still at the corner. And the dangerous Luis Aparicio comes to the plate now with a chance to win the game. Sanders is now up to 49 pitches. Aparicio 1 for 5. He had a 2-run homer in the 5th to give the O's a 2-0 lead at the time. And since then he popped to short in the 7th. And fly deep to left center in the 8th. Blair the winning run at third. Etchenberry at first. It doesn't matter. Red Sox need this last out to force an 11th inning. Sanders sets and delivers to Aparicio. And that ball's lined out, diving catch by Dalton Jones, saving the day for the Red Sox. For the time being, we go to the top of the 11th. Wow, that looked like that was going to be the game-winning hit, but Dalton Jones stretches out and robs Aparicio of a game-winning single. What a game it's been. We go to the top of the 11th, leading off for the Red Sox, Joe Foy. He's 0 for 1. He came in as a pinch hitter and then assumed the third base position. In the 8th inning. Alright, Foy 0 for 1. Now pitching for the Orioles, Mo Drabowski. And Drabowski in 1966 had an ERA of 2.81. 6 wins, no losses, 7 saves. Struck out 98, walked 29, batting average against 181. In the retro season, he's even much better. ERA of under 1, 0.98, 3 wins, no losses, 1 save. Struck out 17, only walked 8. Batting average is .085 against. It's going to be very tough here for the Red Sox. Dombrowski's good for 70 pitches, so he's probably in there for the long haul. We're going to let Foy swing away. Here's the pitch by Drabowski. And Foy smashes that ball off the left field wall! That's a double! A leadoff double by Joe Foy! Go-ahead run at second base. Rico Petrocelli steps to plate, and he has to make up for that huge faux pas of not scoring from third base with 2 outs when Luis Aparicio makes an error at shortstop. You should be off on contact, Rico. Petrocelli 0 for 3. He's only a 1 bunter, so if you're thinking about moving Foy over to third on a bunt, that's not happening here. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch to Petrocelli. Petrocelli strikes out. Now Ken Sanders steps to the plate. We're going to go pinch hitter. And we only have Joe Christopher left. And he'll come in to pinch hit. Christopher only has 1 at-bat for the season. He's 0 for 1. In actuality for the Red Sox, he hit .077. He had 1 hit and 13 at-bats. Hopefully he gets that hit here. 1 out. Go ahead run at second and Foy. Here's the pitch to Christopher. And Christopher strikes out. So, Dombrowski's gives up a double to start off the inning and back-to-back strikeouts. He's 1 out away from getting out of this. Jim Gosger can be a hero here for the Red Sox. 0 for 1. He also came in the 8th inning. So Gosger, came in the 9th inning, and he grounded to second. Here's the windup and the pitch to Gosger. Go ahead running Foy at second base. And that ball is smashed to the left center field gap. The Red Sox take the lead 5-4. Gosger comes through in the clutch once again. It's going to be sad to see him go tomorrow in that trade, as once again we're playing with historical transactions. What a year he's had so far in this retro replay for the Red Sox. The Red Sox have the lead 5-4. A big insurance run at second base, and Gosger. Dalton Jones steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He'll be swinging away. Here's the pitch by Trabowski. And Dalton Jones grounds it back to the pitcher. Inning over, but damage done. Red Sox once again in this back and forth game, and what a ball game it's been, have taken the lead 5-4 as we go to the bottom of the 11th. Who's going to close out the game here for the Red Sox? We're going to go with Bucky Brandon. We want this win. Bucky Brandon's going to come in. He's good for 50 pitches. So it's Bucky Brandon. There is no one left on the bench for the Red Sox. Brandon will face Russ Snyder, the center fielder, then Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson. Snyder 0 for 5. Brandon sets and delivers. And that ball is singled up the middle. Tying run at first. Winning run at the plate, and the dangerous Frank Robinson, who's 3 for 4. His last time up, he hit a bomb to left field to tie this game up. This game just keeps going back and forth. Bucky Brandon on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch of Frank Robinson. And that ball's grounded up the middle. Tying run at second, winning run at first. And Brooks Robinson steps to the plate. He's 2 for 5 today. Brandon has been treated quite rudely to start off the bottom of the 11th. Tillman goes out to the mound, has a word with Brandon. We're going to go pitch-by-pitch mode here. Here's the pitch to Brooks Robinson. Try to get him to chase, he doesn't. Ball 1. We're going to go aggressive. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, pitch around. 2-1, aggressive. 3-1, pitch. Popped up, boys, calling for it. Out number 1. Still in the frying pan, though, folks. Boog Powell steps to the plate with 1 out. Tying run at second in Snyder. Winning run at first in Robinson's. Boog Powell's 2 for 5 today. Left-handed power hitter. Bucky Brandon off left-handers only hit .229 in 1966. Again, we're going to go pitch-by-pitch mode. We're going to go pitch around. Strike 1! Swing and a miss. Got Powell to chase the fastball. Go pitch around again. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. We'll go pitch. Strike 2! Hits the outside half of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch around. 2-2 count. Pitch. Ball's popped up. Can Tillman get there? No, it's up on the screen. 2-2 count. Winning run in Robinson at first. Tying run in Snyder at second. 1 away. 2 balls, 2 strike. Here's the pitch to Boog Powell. The ball's popped up. Can Tillman get there? No. Once again, back up on the screen. Tense moments here at Memorial Stadium. Powell awaits the pitch. Brandon delivers. Count goes full. 3-2 count. Tillman flashes a sign. The windup and the pitch to Boog Powell. And he walks him. Bases loaded now. Wow, and Paul Blair comes to the plate. 1 for 1. Blair tripled in the bottom of the 10th. Off the left center field wall. Oh, wow. Winning run at second base of Frank Robinson. 1 away. Tying run in Snyder at third base. Boog Powell means nothing at first base. Wow. It's been a struggle. The Red Sox desperately want this win. Here's the windup and the pitch to Blair. Grounder! We're, chance, no, we're going to try to turn two. Petrocelli! And that's it, they can only get one. This ball game's tied up at 5. Petrocelli to Jones. Jones just eats the ball. He didn't even turn and throw. Blair gets the game-tying RBI in the fielder's choice. Winning run is Frank Robinson at third base. 5-5 here in the bottom of the 11th. Unbelievable game. Davey Johnson can be the hero here for the Orioles. He's 0 for 4 today. Paul Blair's run means nothing. 2 outs. Here's the windup and the pitch to Johnson. Grounder to Petrocelli. Over to Dalton Jones. Inning over. We go to the top of the 12th. Tied at 5. Back and forth they go. Fans have gotten their money's worth today at Memorial Stadium. Tony Calignero to lead off for the Red Sox, 1 for 5. Drabowski still on the mound. Calignero will swing away. Here's the pitch by Drabowski. And Calignero strikes out. Big swing and a miss on the 1-2 count. 1 away. George Boomer Scott steps to plate. He's 3 for 5 today. He'll take. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Scott to swing away. And he strikes out. A huge swing and a miss. So Drabowski struck out the first 2 Red Sox here. 2 outs, no one on. It'll be up to the Red Sox catcher Bob Tillman to keep this top of the 12th going. Here's the pitch to Tillman. And that ball is sent out to left center. And an out. Snyder makes the catch. Brandon still strong. 28 out of 50 pitches, so he's still good. Etchenbaron comes to plate, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch by Brandon. And that's a ground ball up the middle. Wow. Winning run at first. Drabowski comes to the plate. I'm wondering now if they're going to pinch hit for Drabowski, or are they going to try to have a bunt? Well, we're just going to go pitch. Etchenbaron's at first. The windup and the pitch by Brandon. Nope, yep, pinch hitter. Sam Bowens comes to the plate. He has a bunting ability of 6 out of 10, and he's only hitting 138, 1 home run, and 10 RBIs this retro replay season. Max Rowley at 210, 6 home runs and 20 RBIs. So we expect him to bunt Etchenbaron into scoring position. We're going to move our corners in. Here's the pitch by Brandon. He bunts. They go to first. 1 away, but Etchenbaron is now at second. He's the winning run. He's in scoring position for Luis Aparicio. Aparicio's 1 for 6. Brandon's now 34 pitches. He's good for 50. Here's the pitch to Aparicio. And that ball's down, and it's a walk-off homer for Luis Aparicio. The Orioles win this game 7-5 in the bottom of the 12th, as Bucky Brandon just hangs his head and walks off the mound to the cheers of the Baltimore Oriole fans. What a ball game. The Red Sox could have won it twice, but they didn't. The Orioles come back and win 7-5 on Luis Aparicio's second home run, a walk-off 2-run homer. What a game, folks. Wow. Player of the game, Luis Aparicio. Winning pitcher, Drabowski. He's 4 wins, no losses. Losing pitcher, Bucky Brandon. He's now 4-4. It just went back and forth, folks. Back and forth. I'm just going to bring the box score up. I'll let you guys look at it. I'll make some quick comments, and then we'll end the stream. What a game. And we're bringing the box score up. Bear with me a moment, as we love working with OBS. There we go. Alrighty, so we're just going to bring the box score here. And we will show you the batting. Red Sox had 44 at-bats, scored 5 runs on 10 hits, 5 RBIs, walked 5 times, struck out 9 times, 2 doubles, 1 triple, no home runs. 19 runners left on base. The Red Sox as a team are hitting .258. For the Orioles, they had 47 at-bats, 7 runs, 15 hits, 7 RBIs, walked 5 times, struck out 6 times, 2 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 home runs. Left 32 runners on base. What a tremendous game. 12 innings of fabulous baseball. And it goes back to Rico Petrocelli not scoring from third base with 2 outs, and Aparicio makes a rare error. Why Petrocelli's not going with 2 outs at third base is beyond me. Wow. Unbelievable. Player of the game was Luis Aparicio, leadoff hitter and shortstop for the Orioles. He was 2 for 7, 4 RBIs. His 2 hits were home runs. Enough said. We'll go to the pitching. I'll leave this up for a moment. You can take a look at it. I'm not going to go through it all. It was a very long game. George Scott had a huge game for the Red Sox. 3 for 6. 1 run scored, 1 RBI. He's the only player in the Red Sox lineup to have multiple hits in this game. Calignero had a big hit. 1 for 6. He knocked in a run, scored a run. All right, let's go to the pitching. Santiago started for the Red Sox. He went 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 home run, 3 walks, struck out 4. Earl Wilson came in. He pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, no runs. Mac Mahone came in, pitched 1/3 of an inning, walked 1. Then Sanders came in. He pitched 3 innings. He ended up blowing the save. 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 home run. Robinson hit the home run to tie the game in the bottom of the 9th. Didn't walk any, struck out 2. And then Bucky Brandon came in, pitched an inning of 3rd. He just didn't have it. 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 home run, 1 walk. Barber for the Orioles pitched 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 5 Ks. Then Fisher came in. The Red Sox tied the game up. He blew the save, 2 2/3. 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk. Miller came in. A 1/3 of an inning, nothing. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. And Drabowski came in and pitched 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. They did get a run. It was earned, but the Red Sox could not maintain the lead. And he didn't walk any, struck out 4. And that's the ball game, folks. Sal Red Sox fans saying thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this great game. If you're a baseball fan and a baseball sim video game fan, this was an outstanding game. It was fun to play. I wish the Red Sox won. My name's Al Red Sox fan, big Red Sox fan. So anyhow, it was fun to play. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you want, subscribe. But most of all, come back. Share your thoughts in the chat or down in the comments below. What are some of your favorite baseball memories? All right. Health and happiness. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.